Okay, so in today's video I'm going to keep it really quick, and we are just going to talk about food labels and how to read food labels to make sure you are making the right food choices. And I think for me, this video, I was like going to go, do I really go into the science of it and make it long and complicated? Then I'm thinking, no, because I think if it's easier and we just break it down, keep it simple, let's just look at the basics, then it's easier to apply. So first thing, I just wanted to say, how funny is this? So if we go to the doctors, we get tablets, we'll always come back and read what the side effects are, when to take them, but do we ever do that with our food? No, we probably don't, and we should do, because sometimes foods that we buy, that we look at, that say they have great health claims on the front of the product, it might say it's gluten-free, but that doesn't mean necessarily it's really healthy. It might say it's low in fat, but it can be stuffed full of sugar. So let's get smart, let's look at everything we are eating and drinking and just be aware of what we are consuming. So we are going to be, let's think, we are going to be gram girls, all right? Let's call it that, gram girls. And we're going to look at how many grams of things like sugar, salt, saturated fats and fats are in our foods. And when we become smart with that and we know, then it's easier for us to then stick to eating a healthier diet. Okay, so the first tip is when you pick up whatever it is, whether it's a cereal, a fruit juice, yogurt, you know, any foods, also a lot of the time foods that we think are healthy, like yogurts, I like cereals, I pick them up and look at the ingredient list. Now the first ingredient you see on that is the one that there is the most content of and the biggest weight of in that product. So if you're looking at cereal and within the first 2 or 3 items you see sugar on it, just realize that cereal you have once in a blue moon, if that, because it is high full of sugar. Whereas example, if you pick up a cereal and the first ingredient it says is oats, fantastic. You know that the biggest weight of product in that cereal is oats. And actually, just talking about oats, the best cereal to buy are just literally oats. Buy something where the ingredient has one ingredient and it is oats only. So that's a really quick tip. If you haven't got time and you're in a hurry, just look at the ingredient list. If it's all those naughty ingredients right at the beginning, then remember it is a naughty product. Okay, so now we're going to be gram girls. Now this is really important because on every single food product it will tell you how much per 100 grams there is of sugar, there is of fat, saturates and also salt. So get smart with this and really understand this. And also what you have to be fairly careful of, some food products, what they will do is instead of doing it as 100 grams, they'll then do it per 50 grams. Now, if they do, then you need to always double what those readings are. So as said, I'm going to try and keep this really brief. Let's talk about sugar. Girls, we are sweet enough anyway. We don't need to be eating lots of extra sugar, you know, and sugar is, oh my goodness, it is hidden everywhere. It is in soups, it is in medicine, it is in tinned vegetables, it is literally, well, we know it's in biscuits, it's in cereals, but there are also other products it is not in. And you know, how much is too much sugar? So this is a really good way of doing it. So per 100 grams, if the sugar content is over 15 grams, that is a once rarely, and I mean that could be like once a week you have that. So when you are buying, and also say soups are really big ones, so you might be buying a soup, a tomato and basil soup that you think is super healthy, but look at the sugar content and that could have like 16 grams of sugar per 100 grams, or actually that's really high in sugar. And if you are wanting to maintain your health, lose weight, then you want to be finding the soup, you want to be going back and perhaps you want to be choosing something like the carrot and coriander soup that has only got 5 grams of sugar per 100 grams. So definitely get smart with that. And then if the sugar is between 5 to 15 grams, it is what we're going to call okayish, and you can have that in moderation. But your hero, your sugar hero, your gram girl hero is one that is 5 grams and below. That is your winner. That is the one you want to be having the majority of the time. I'm not telling us that we can't ever have treats. That's unrealistic. Anyone that knows me knows I am a chocolate monster, and let's think, what's the first thing that's going to be in the chocolate ingredient? Sugar. But it's all about balance. It's all about moderation. Okay, so that is sugar covered. Okay, so salt, sodium is, again, these things are still important in our diet, but it is important that we don't have too much of them. So when you are looking on your list where it says salt, what you want to look at is, if it is saying it is 1.5 grams in per 100 grams, then that is an occasional treat. That is a lot of salt, what is recommended for your daily allowance. And if you wanted something that you could have perhaps 2 or 3 times a week, that would be 0.3 grams to 1.5 grams. So the winner in the salt section would be anything that is under 0.3 grams and below. That is your winner. That you can have every single day. That one gets a big thumbs up. Okay, so now let's talk about fats. Now fats, so many people are scared of fats. We can't be scared of fats. The thing is, we want to be choosing the right fats. We don't want those naughty saturated fats. We don't want things like biscuits, chocolates. Well, we kind of do, but we don't want them all the time. And that's really important. Again, it comes down to balance. The fats that we do want to have all the time are things like oils and nuts, seeds. Things like chia seeds are amazing. Things like salmon, mackerel, avocados. And then we do need fat in our diet is it helps us absorb fat-soluble vitamins, which are vitamins A, D and E. So, you know, don't look at stripping out fat, but it is just really important to understand your good ones and your bad ones. So when it comes to our 100 grams, this is what we should be looking for. Okay, so per 100 grams, if we have a fat content that is 20 grams or more per 100 grams, that is considered very, very high. And again, that is one that we would be doing perhaps like once a week, all right? So really look at that. That is likely going to be in your cakes, your biscuits, cheese, any kind of super naughty products. Then the next one that we could have 2 or 3 times a week would be anywhere from 3 grams to 20 grams. And again, as I said, that's 2 or 3 times a week. Then our gram fat hero is going to be the one that is 3 grams or below. And that one, you can go for gold. That one is going to be good. So the other thing we want to look at is actually how much saturated fat is in that product. Now, if there is 5 grams per 100 grams, that is considered high. All right, so even though the number looks low, it is still considered high per 100 grams. So for something, if you were going to have it 2 or 3 times a week, you want to be looking at something that is between 1.5 grams to 5 grams, okay? But then your winner, the winner we have got in saturated fat comes in at 1.5 grams or below. So I know that is a lot of numbers. I mean, a serious lot of numbers, a lot of metrics, but you know, it's a really good thing just to understand this and really get it in your head. And like for me now, I know when I pick something up, I just look at per 100 grams, I'm going to think, is this a healthy choice or is this a unhealthy choice? And you know, the thing is, if you eat whole foods, like say for example, we go to a shop and you pick up a sweet potato, there is no ingredients on the back because it is just what it is. And so this is where it's really careful, where you have to be really careful when you're buying pre-made food, packaged food, processed food. Just really look at it. And also the ones that are the sinners that look like saints are things like smoothies, yogurts and cereals. Be really smart. And also a lot of diet foods, be really careful with it. And remember, as I always say, you know, there is no rocket science to it. If you want to lose weight, it is so easy to lose weight and be healthy. It is just about eating healthy foods, having a variety in your diet, so you are getting all your vitamins, all your macronutrients, micronutrients, nutrients, and go back to home cooking. You know, just really take time to invest in you. All right, your health is the most important thing. It is more important than getting your nails done, your hair done, than buying a designer bag. And I promise you, as a woman who is a lot older and wiser now, you know, that side of things, investing in your health at the youngest age possible is the best thing you can do. But it doesn't matter if you are now here and you are 70 and think, oh, I've never exercised. You know, we can start whenever. It's like the best time to start is right now. Okay, so I hope you liked that, and what I will do, I'm going to leave a link in the description box down below to my Pinterest, and on Pinterest, I'll try and link the actual pin. I've got a really good pin, which is like an infographic containing all the details of how many grams per 100 grams for like sugar, salt, fats, etc. So if you go there, print it off, or just take a screen grab on your phone, then you've always got it. It's a really handy thing to have. And if you've been here since the beginning of January, we've now finished January's challenge. I hope you guys have really liked it. Then throughout February, I'm still going to be posting up workout videos, just won't be every single day. We start that again back in March, because trust me, it takes so much time. I literally am running out of time, and I need to now, throughout February, I'm planning all your content for March. But do let me know, guys, what videos you would like throughout February. You know, is there something more about self-esteem, motivation, stuff more on nutrition, or just lifestyle? It could be anything about better sleeping, even though I just did a video on sleeping. But one thing I can't do is gardening. No, nothing on gardening. So if you liked today's video, then please definitely give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, hit the subscribe button. And if you have followed my workout videos every day since January, I'm just saying I'm so proud of you, because I might give you the tools on how to get fit, but it's you guys that actually do it. So big high five, and I will see you back on my channel very, very soon.